Okay. Wait. I have to make sure it's working. I hope. I hope it's working. Hold up. Wait. Okay. That's not what I wanted to go on. Um. Oh wait, I forgot to change the I forgot to change something. I forgot to change the title. Let me do that. Because it would be really awkward if I had two part sevens. Good. Okay. Hello, everyone. Um. Wait. All right. Hello. And welcome or welcome back to another Doki Doki Literature Club Plus video because I'm addicted to this game, and also I'm not done with it yet. I would say unfortunately, but more content for me, and also I like playing the game, so I'm just gonna continue to do it. And also, I somehow look actually decent, like half decent today, so I have my camera on. Don't mind my room, how messy it is, but we won't talk about that. That's the main reason why I have those blankets on my bed. Just just don't worry about that. All right, so let's get into Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. Uh-oh. Alright. Watch. Come on. I don't know if my camera needs to be adjusted or anything, but like it's gonna stay like that, I guess, because like I adjusted it like 500 million times, so I hope it just looks okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't know if it's gonna. Yeah, it's gonna show me in the bottom. All right. So we have two side stories that we have to do, which are these two. So I think we should get into that. So we got reflection. I didn't hear that. Am I bothering you? No. Okay, just checking. It's hard to tell since you always look so into it when you're reading. It makes me scared to interrupt. Well, it's within my expectations to be interrupted when I read here. It's mainly when I'm by myself that I don't like it. Hmm, that makes sense. I guess if you are here in the first place, then you're more ready to socialize, even if it takes a little bit of prodding. It's not it's not so bad to be social if I let others do the work. So it can be healthy to put myself in social environment. I keep like leaving out words when I do it. So it can be healthy to put myself in a social environment every now and then. It's mostly it's mostly difficult when I don't know anyone, or there are too many people, or everyone is being too silly for me to keep up with. Yuri glances across the room at Sayori and Natsuki. Are you calling them silly? Me too. Nice that. Sayori has her head cocked back and her mouth open, trying to catch pieces of a cookie that Natsuki is lobbing into the air. But the pieces keep bouncing off her face and hitting the floor. That's crazy. Maybe I should say something? No need. They just ran out of a cookie. What a waste. What? They've really become good friends, haven't they? I'm happy. Sayori is particularly good at making that happen. But the two of them are both on the energetic side, so I suppose it works out well. Yeah, come to think of it, you and I haven't had many chances to talk one on one, have we? Though that may be partially my fault since I'm supposed to be the one engaging club members. Not at all. I've probably formed a habit of drawing minimal attention to myself. The, rons- mm, the responsibility is equally on me, at least to display some openness to engage. Well, what about during times like lunch? Do you meet up with friends? Are y'all in this? Are all of y'all in the same grade besides Natsuki? Are like you? Is like Monica, Yuri, and Sayori in the same grade? Because if they are, why don't they just eat lunch together? I mean, I know it's different in some schools, but I assume maybe not. I don't know. That would be cool if they did. Well, let me open up something. Okay. I don't know if I read that. I just read. Oh, but I like it that way. It feels nice to be carried off again after a morning of a class. Hmm. Do you always read fantasy? Oh, not always. I suppose it's all I've read recently, but only because I'm in the middle of the series. There are still two more books after this one. I guess those long books suit you well, since you spend most time reading. Well, fantasy may be my favorite, but after that, I'm more or less indiscriminate two genres. Okay. I'll read anything with depth and maturity. Oh yeah? Even like romance? Well, there are a lot of books that have elements of romance in them. Oh, come on, Yuri. You know what I mean. Monica lowers her voice. It's a guilty pleasure of mine, so I won't tell anyone if you do. Maybe. More when I was in middle school. I mean, I was really lonely and people were mean to me a lot. So I just kind of felt like, eh, please don't make me think about the past. Sorry, I just got super curious. You know, we should totally pick out a romance novel to read. That would be so much fun. Absolutely not. Really? Even if it was just between us? Try asking someone who has no shame, like Natsuki. Ouch. Sorry. I swear I didn't mean like that. Well, I guess it was my fault for pressing you. I'm like, I'm like that for things in my past too, past too. Things I feel too embarrassed to experience. There's nothing wrong with growing out of things. It happens to everyone. For ins- mm, for instance, Natsuki. Oh my god. For instance, Natsuki's interest in manga reminds me quite a bit of how intense I used to be about my own interest. It makes me think that she'll likely grow out of it too. Hey, were you talking about me? No, we're just oh, we're oh wait. Oh, we were just talking about how our interests have changed over the years. When did you get into manga, Natsuki? Like a couple years ago, I guess. I was already sort of into it before that, but I wasn't really going hard until then. Oh yeah? What was it that inspired you to get more into it? I don't know. I guess let me think. It was after I discovered a series that I really liked. Yeah, I was like really fed up with a lot of things, and I got super into this one series that I really related to. I guess I had that edgy phase where I just hated everyone around me and wanted to be myself. Hey, kind of like Yuri. Monica? Sorry. That's completely wrong, so. It's still cool that you both really found your thing. They're almost like opposites, but it sounds like they helped you a lot through hard times. You know it. Mm. Wow, what the heck?
Is that book even bigger than the last one you were reading? Uh, um, it's technically slightly longer, but not by very much. How high do you think it would go if you stacked up the whole series?
Natsuki estimates by holding her hand high above her head, sizing up an imaginary stack.
I should get one of those mangas that is like 50 volumes long so I can say I read more than you. Not that I have money for that. Please, that would only hardly count when your books have a few words per page. I know, I was just joking. I could never actually read books like yours. It's too boring for me.
Yuri shoots a glare at Natsuki.
It's not boring. Chill, I said it for me, not for you. I can have my own opinion. I think it's just too convoluted. Sayori, are those from the floor? Mm. Ah, gross! Also, wash your hands before touching any of my books. But my hands aren't dirty! Just do it. The oils are even there if you can't see them. Fine.
Sayori trots out the door and Natsuki follows.
Yuri, you look a little upset. What kind of nerve does she have to call my hobby boring? Well, she did correct herself. Hardly. She was so condescending. I don't mind if she thinks it's not for her. I already understand that it's not for everyone. But she knows well how much these mean to me. So how about just leaving me alone instead of needlessly telling me the things that you hate about it? I'm sorry, Yuri. You may be right, but this won't be the last time people have strong feelings about what they like and what they don't like, especially in a literature club. So, should I figure out how to meditate discussions to keep them positive and constructive? For the record, I've always been impressed by the level of creativity in your books, and also your ability to get through them so quickly. Thank you. Okay, well, this is something that I'll have to think about and revisit. I'm sure I can help Natsuki find some common ground with you. Common ground isn't necessary. I just wish to be respected. That then. Either way, I'll do my best. I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical when it comes to Natsuki. I trust you, Monica, but I'm skeptical.
Say that word one more time, Yuri, and we're gonna fight.
Okay, everyone. We have a special club meeting today. As you know, the literature club is a place where we get to share things that we're really passionate about. But that also means we should be mindful of how we respond to each other's feelings. I think that we have a chance to turn our differences into positive energy for each other. Aren't you being a little dramatic about this? This is important to me. Well, sorry, I just felt like I'm being accused of or something. I'm not accusing anyone of anything. I'm sorry if that came off that way. But our conversation yesterday made me reflect on the power of language, and I thought it would be a good topic for the literature club, don't you think? I'm sure that we're gonna have differences in opinion a lot, so I need to make sure that we're prepared to keep a positive atmosphere in the club. If you say so.
Oh, that scared me.
Sure. The cool thing about language is that it gives us a lot of different ways to express the same idea or emotion. We have a lot to control over how we want the other person to feel when receiving a thought, our thought. This goes for poetry, narratives, casual conversation, basically anything. For example, Sayori, what's your favorite food? Um, I have them organized by category. Should I start with snacks, or do you mean full meals? Should I include breakfast? Oh geez. Okay, how about your favorite fruit? That's easy. Cherries. Really? I always thought cherries tasted nasty. What? Cherries are delicious. Whoa, that's a pretty strong reaction. Well, I just don't understand how somebody could even think cherries are nasty. How does that make you feel? I don't know. Sad? Defensive, maybe? Yeah, I get defensive. See, the reason why you had such a strong reaction wasn't because I don't like cherries. It's because you felt like your opinion was under attack. But that's weird, right? Something like taste is completely subjective. But when I say something like I don't think cherries taste wait, I think cherries taste nasty, I'm using objective language. I'm challenging Sayori's reality that cherries are delicious with my own,
What?
which is that cherries are nasty. Wait, hold on. How's that objective when you just said it was only your opinion? It has to do with the way our brains interpret words. You're talking about the reality of the cherries, but not your feelings about them. Like Sayori. Let's rewind for a second and pretend I didn't tell you that I think cherries are nasty. Good! So instead of. Wait, so what if instead I said, like, I've tried cherries and they're not for me? It's not the kind of flavor I enjoy. Well, that's fine. As long as you don't call them nasty. Nasty is a nasty word. Okay, so cherries was kind of a weird example, but I think it gets the point across. This time around, instead of talking about the cherries, I just talked about my feelings, and sorry it didn't get defensive. So instead of clashing with each other, it's like we received an invitation to talk about our differences.
And I don't know why my hands are like constantly.
Yuri, you don't need to take notes. I'm not gonna quiz you or something. I know that. I was just. Mm, Sorry, I didn't mean to call you out. You can do whatever you like. But does anyone have any thoughts so far? Yeah, I just feel like I shouldn't have put all my language through a filter just to protect someone's feelings. Well, you don't have to. The choice is yours on how you want to come across to other people. I'm only suggesting it as a tool to help turn your differences into a positive experience rather than an argument. Right, Sayori? Whatever you say, cherry hater. Oh, come on. Sayori, I actually like cherries. I was just saying that to help demonstrate. What the heck? I've been duped! I'm sorry, Sayori. I'll make it up to you later. How about Cherry Sunday? You're welcome to dupe me anytime, my beloved president. Buying your people's loyalty. How deplorable. Oh, like you would turn down a free Sunday, Yuri. You were certainly a fan of those cupcakes I brought in the other week. I was reading and not keeping track of them. Oh, that's enough. We're getting off topic. So that's how we're gonna get the gist of it. How about we try something more relevant to the club? Like manga, right? Let's try to have a productive discussion about our differences in opinion. Yuri, do you want to start? Um, well, I'd rather not. No. Oh, how come? Well, because I don't see how anything productive can come from that. It's just like going to start a fight. No, it'll be fine. That's why I'm here to moderate. Let's just have a calm and rational discussion. Yeah, give me a little more credit. I'm not a child. You don't have to coddle my feelings. I always think it's more respectful just to speak your mind. Respectable?
Yuri's expression changes at that word. As Monica recalls, being respected was the crux of. Wait, crux, I think, or something, was the crux of the matter for Yuri.
Well, the point of the exercise isn't exactly like, it's fun. I have nothing against anyone personally. You're entitled to enjoy whatever it is you like. I just prefer more depth and nuance in my reading material. I look for stories that are imaginative and sophisticated beyond the surface level. Oh, well, that's just a misunderstanding then. I thought you were gonna say that manga's for children or something. Like, I don't hear enough of that. But there's plenty of deep manga. I'm not clueless about manga. I read my own fair share when I was younger. What? Are you serious? How come you never told me? Because I'm past that point in my life, and I really prefer not to revisit it. I prefer more mature things now. Excuse me? Okay, hold on. Can I jump in here? Let's try to keep things subjective. Because if you imply that manga is immature, then aren't you implying that someone is immature for being into it? I. Well, maybe it. Wait. Well, maybe it's immature to judge people just for having different tastes than you. Natsuki. Nobody's immature! I've read Natsuki's manga and Yuri's fantasy, and I love both of in their own way. Okay, okay. It's great that you like it, but I still find it boring. Boring isn't subjective. Okay, it bores me. That's subjective. But I mean, the thing about this is ridiculous. Don't you see why I didn't want to participate in this? I knew it was just going to make people upset. I'm not upset. Like I said, I don't care what other people think. But I always get the impression that you secretly look down upon me, so I'm glad my suspicions were confirmed. That's not true at all. You're making assumptions. You can't blame me for getting defensive when nobody ever has the least a bit of respect for the things I'm into. The only thing I look down upon is when people make fun of me for just being myself and trying to mind my own business. What? Have you looked in a mirror? Tell me again about respect after calling all my interests immature. You can't. Please stop. Please? You don't mean the things you're saying right now. Let's just be friends.
Sayori, why are you crying? Sayori, seriously, like, why are you crying? Okay.
I didn't mean for this to happen. Well, it did. So please don't invite yourself and try to solve other people's problems next time, okay?
Yuri's piercing words sends the clubroom into a choked silence as she gathers her things. She leaves.
Holy crap. I've never heard her sound like that before. She must be so pissed. Well, you weren't very nice either, so. I was just saying. How did this happen? It's my fault. Yuri wasn't wrong. I shouldn't have tried to moderate a conflict when I know how bad I am at dealing with conflicts. It was a really stupid thing for me to do. It's nobody's fault, and it wasn't stupid. Everyone in the club is a nice person. Nobody would have expected this. But I guess we are sensitive about the things we really love. Honestly, honestly, she kind of brought it upon herself. Like I said, I don't care that you're not into manga, but if you actually but if you actually look down on other people for it, that's the kind of point I was trying to make in the first place. It's not about sugarcoating things, it's about just recognizing and understanding our differences. Okay, but here's the thing about that. Yuri actually looks down on me. It has nothing to do with her word choice or anything like that. So I see what you're trying to do, but I really think the problem is her, not just like the way we talk to each other, right?
I'm gonna end up losing my voice. I already know.
I mean, Yuri isn't like that. She's a lot sweeter if than you're giving her credit for. I'm sure she'll be reflecting on this. I think everyone should. It'll be fine. I'll figure something out. Wow, I'm just like saying that instinctively. I'm just setting myself to. I'm setting myself up to cause more problems. This wasn't your fault, Monica. You don't have to beat yourself up for it. If you ask me, it's a good thing that the truth finally came out. Because I can just move on now. But it's fine, I promise. Let's just get our mind off this, okay? In fact, it's a good opportunity to read some manga without having to worry feeding feeding Yuri's support superiority complex. Superior, like, I know the word, I don't know how to put it into words to pronounce it, but you get the point. Don't be mean. I'll talk or read manga or whatever you want, but don't be mean to my friends, okay? Sorry. I'm just bitter. Everything will be okay. I mean, I don't have the answers, but at least I know that we're all good people and I don't want to hurt each other. This will be a learning experience.
Monica says that, but her uneasiness is given away about how much she has to force the reassuring tone in her voice. This was bound to happen eventually. Natsuki and Yuri have always engaged with each other the least out of anyone, and this is the reason. As Sayori and Natsuki proceed to distract themselves with manga, Monica sighs to herself, unable to shake her worried thoughts. Will the club really have wait? Will the club really have to just come to terms with the fact that some members will be incompatible with each other? Monica desperately doesn't want to admit that, and she knows Sayori doesn't either. But for once, a solution doesn't seem to be in sight. And I don't think we ever got a solution because the game happens after. The original DLC happens after, I think, after the side stories. I would assume. So I got new mail. Has anyone evaluated the side effects that might be caused by sharing a memory pool between multiple VMs rather than allocating them separately? I'm looking at some of the files VM1 is generating, and I'm finding some information that definitely shouldn't be there. I haven't seen any evidence that is actually affecting the inside of the VM itself, so I don't think it's a priority, but it's definitely worth noting. My best guess is that memory being freed from VM2 isn't getting zeroed out, which technically gives VM1 access to it. All the info I have will go into the issue tracker, but I wanted to check if anyone else has noticed something along these lines. What? 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 I don't understand. Like, okay, I guess. Alright. Side story 2. Oh, this is between them two? I wonder how this is gonna go. A new day arrives. Sayori arrives at the club room earlier than usual. That is not late. As she enters, it appears to be empty still. So she sits down at the desk and pulls out a sheet of paper, primed to jot down her thoughts. Sayori has made a habit of scribbling her thoughts and feelings onto paper whenever possible. It tends to serve as her best inspiration for poetry.
My heart feels vacant because the ship sailed away. Yo. Yeah! Natsuki?
Natsuki pokes her head from behind the closet door.
Sorry, didn't mean to scare you. But it would have been a lot more awkward if I didn't say anything. I doubt you want me listening to your poetry thing. Yeah? Thanks for realizing that. Should I let you finish that up then? Oh, no. It wasn't, I just do it whenever it's convenient. You're not interrupting. Where's Monica, by the way? Oh, she's out in the hallway. Huh? Why? Well, just in case if she runs into Yuri. Sometimes Yuri's too nervous to come into the club room by herself, so... Oh, geez, does Yuri really let things bother her for that long? She can't control her feelings. For some people, it's really hard to cope when you get a bad thought in your head. Maybe you can distract yourself for a little while, but as soon as it's just you and your thoughts again, it comes back. Eh. I just want us to have a normal club meeting. It's a lot easier to pretend like it never happened if we all just ignore it and move on. I don't want to be bothered by this. It's so stupid. Her opinion of me doesn't matter anyway. Besides, it makes me feel really guilty, and I hate that too. It's okay to have feelings. It doesn't make you weak. Let's figure this out together. Fine. Only because you're good at this stuff. Let's try to come up with a happy scene. Maybe that will help us understand where your bad feelings are coming from. Well, I was happy on the way things were before we had that conversation yesterday. What part of the conversation made you upset? Was it Yuri being mean about the manga? Maybe. I doubt it though. Because my friends and other people make fun of manga all the time, but I just brush it off and ignore them. But something about it really got to me this time, and I really hated that I'm letting that happen.
Well, actually, I kind of like it better without the headphones on.
Is it because it came from Yuri? No, why would that matter? I mean, well, maybe. I just hate it. Wait, oh, I just hate that she thinks she's so much better than me just because she likes to pretend that she has to be all sophisticated.
I don't know why I tried to read that as fast as possible.
Yeah, that's what it is. At least other people decide what they don't like. Wait, that they don't like me or manga or whatever. But Yuri acts like she's too good to even give it a chance. I'm sorry. Everyone deserves a chance. Yeah, exactly. Would you give Yuri's book a chance? Huh? Wait, huh?
Wait, oh,
After this? Obviously not. What about before this? Well, I would until I got bored, which wouldn't take very long. But if you actually keep an open mind, then it's not hard to realize that a story can be deep and meaningful without it being needlessly complicated. I see. But I like Yuri's books. Yeah, but you like manga more, right?
Yuri shakes her head.
I like them both. I like them in different ways, but I like them both. I mean, the manga, it's really honest and fun and easy to just let go with. And the fantasy has a lot of.
Let me calm down. I keep reading it like really fast.
And the fantasy has a lot to interpret and uncover. And it's really rewarding to have some good and quiet time together with. But the most important thing is, wait, that the both manga and fantasy are true to themselves. So I love them both. And I think there's room for both of them to be in the same club together. And I just feel like maybe they have more in common than you would think. How do you get along with everyone so well? I always get into fights with people. Like, first it was Monica when I was new into the club, and then it was you, and now it's Yuri. I'm always like, oh, that person is being such a jerk, and if they realize that, then they could at least get along. But nobody else has this problem. I just keep running away from the reality that everybody's just a jerk to me because nobody likes me. And I don't know why, and I don't know what to do about it. I don't know what's wrong with me. I hate it.
I'm like slowly losing my voice when I can't. Like, I can hear whenever I try to do their voices. I'm like losing it. Uh-oh. I've been playing DDLC Plus for too long. Oh no.
Natsuki,
See where he puts a comforting hand on Natsuki's shoulder. Pat, 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 man.
you're a wonderful person. You deserve to be loved as much as everyone else. Everyone has different ways that they like to communicate, And sometimes that makes it harder for us to understand each other. I think that sometimes we get lucky and we make friends who are really good at the same kinds of communication. And it feels like you magically connect with them. But other times, even if both people are really nice, it's easy for them to misunderstand each other or get the communication wrong. It's something that Yuri struggles a lot with too. It can be really hard. It takes a lot of reflection and self-awareness and
Um, pretend like I can't. I can't pronounce that word. Just pretend like I can. Vulnerability. Well,
I'm bad at that one. Vulnerability? I always have to be the strongest. What do you mean? Tell me about that part of you. Well, it sounds stupid, but I'm really used to people being mean to me. Like my friends and I guess my dad. Like when I don't get good grades or even stupid things if my room isn't clean. So what am I gonna do? Cry about it? If I let myself get upset, then it's just letting them win. And I'm better than that. I'm better than all of them. So things always have to be everyone else's fault. It feels like if something goes wrong and there's a tiny hint that it might be my fault, then I just get really angry and I find ways to blame everyone, well, blame everything else instead. Do you see yourself better as
Mhm.
do you see yourself as better as better than Yuri? If I said that then I would just sound really full of myself. No? Our thoughts and feelings have two different things. Even if we don't like our feelings, we have to understand them if we want to learn about but more about themselves. That's a part of vulnerability, you know? Accepting that we have feelings that we don't like. I I hate that. My feelings make me feel like a bad person because my feelings just want to tell me that I'm so much better than her. That she's judgmental and know-it-all who's stuck in her edgy phase that I'm just way above that garbage. But I'm terrible for feeling that way. You're not terrible. You are not your feelings. But you are not your feelings. Say that to yourself out loud. Fine, I am not my feelings. The way I like to picture it is that those feelings are like your roommate. You live in the same house and you gotta see each other every day. And even if you can't ignore each other most of the time, you're gonna run into each other every now and then. And it's gonna make you feel like poop.
Okay.
So the other option is good to get to know each other. You can communicate and learn from each other and maybe even help each other change for the better. Does that help you understand? How do you know so much about this stuff? I just have a roommate that can be really hard to get along with, called depression. Oh,
I mean, I knew this already, but I didn't expect her to just be like, "Yeah, that's what I."
depression? But you're like the happiest person I know. I'm not my feelings. I want to be a good person like you. Aw, you're a little sweetheart. We're all good people. You, and Yuri, and Monica. And I think Yuri will eventually learn about that you.
I mean, learn about that you. Yeah. Wait. Did she actually say that? Oh no, I think she'll eventually learn that about you. Okay, I just can't read, apparently. Natsuki remained silent, feeling a little overwhelmed. Despite Sayori's kind reassurance, and a complicated mixture of pain and sadness seems to fill her, as though flowing from a wound inside her. Oh, was it a result of her vulnerability? No, it wasn't, as though she was inflicted a wound after becoming vulnerable. It was as though she began to rediscover an old wound, one that can not simply be bandaged and left alone any longer. Ooh,
Yuri? What are you doing all the way over here? I was looking for you. I. Please don't yell at me. Oh, I'm not gonna yell at you. I just wanted to say I'm sorry about what happened yesterday. It was unfair for me to put everyone on the spot like that. Next time, I won't just try to jump in and solve everyone's problems. I guess it's a bad habit of mine. You're not mad at me? I thought you were the one who was mad at me. I was so awful yesterday.
Yuri curls up, recalling the details of the argument.
I can't even have a normal conversation without saying something wrong and making everyone upset. Hold on, that's not what happened at all. Let's talk about this, okay?
Yuri pauses for a second, then manages a nod. Monica takes a seat next to her on the staircase.
I'm having a lot of negative thoughts. Wait, a lot of negative thought patterns, and I can't get away from them. What kind of negative thought patterns? Like, everyone hates me, especially Natsuki. Aw, that's terrible. I don't think Natsuki hates you. How do you know? Well, because
Monica thinks back to the time that she herself found herself in an altercation with Natsuki, and how a display of maturity from Monica was enough for Natsuki to reevaluate her own feelings as well.
I think Natsuki is just naturally defensive. I think that she acts mean when she feels like she needs to protect herself. But she's really not a bad person. In fact, I think she can be really thoughtful and considerate. She just, well, I guess the way to put it.
Wait, that one's new. I don't know, I was dancing to the music. I was like, oh.
She just, well, I guess the way it works is that she wants to receive some degree of kindness first before she feels comfortable returning it. Oh, but that means the burden is on me, and I don't know how to say things how to say things that make people like me. Every time I open my mouth, I just.
Yuri shakes her head at herself and tugs on her hair.
It's okay, Yuri. You don't need to beat yourself up. I think anyone would like you if they had the chance to get to know you. Well, unfortunately, the opposite is true. That's why I'm not talkative anymore in the first place. Because everyone used to think I was weird and talk about me behind my back. That's just what happens when I draw attention to myself. Natsuki even says she found it more respectful when people speak their mind. So I did, and she hated me anyway. That was enough to confirm my fears. But Sayori and I like you, and we've gotten to know you a lot by now, right?
That sounded so weird.
Mm,
Yuri doesn't seem to have a response.
hey, what do you think about Natsuki? I don't think about her. That's not what I meant, really. I just. Mm, I was just wondering if you had an opinion of her. I do? What is it? Natsuki seems to bring out the worst in me, and I really feel ashamed of it. I like to think of myself fairly as a sophisticated person. So, for someone to just treat me like I'm inferior despite my taste, that's just the worst kind of insult coming from someone like her. And it makes me think bad things about her. But everyone seems to like her, so the only explanation is that it's me who's done something wrong again. And my feelings are about her are wrong. And I'm wrong to get upset over something so childish and inconsequential?
Unconsummate. Yeah? Okay. Let me take some water. Because my voice is like killing itself. It's been doing that like over the past few days, and it's probably because all these DDLC videos, and also uh I didn't really get sick, but there's something wrong with my throat recently. So like now I'm just like kind of losing my voice. Just a little bit.
And I'm wrong to get upset.
Well, yeah, I already read that.
No, Yuri. Feelings are never wrong. Well, they're not right. That's the thing. Feelings are never right or wrong, you know? They're just a state of being that we don't always have control over. But that doesn't mean they have control over us. I feel like that's something I've learned around when I first started the club. We can hate ourselves for feeling a certain way about things. Or we can just acknowledge that they exist and try to understand them better. I can never be mad at you for just feeling a certain way.
Why am I doing what Monica's doing? Yes.
It's about how you handle them. And I think working through feelings that is a great opportunity for teamwork.
Yuri wears a dejected expression.
You make it sound so easy. You're so mature and good with people. I feel like such a child in comparison. Oh, Yuri, I'm far from perfect. But all these skills, wait, but all these learned skills, they didn't come naturally to me either. It's really hard to like reflect on yourself and separate your feelings from thoughts. I just want to be a good person. Well, I think it takes a good person to get this far. That's not good enough. I want to be able to communicate with her. Communicate what? How I feel. It makes me feel frustrated and upset when she's so negative and dismissive of the things that mean so much to me. And how it reminds me of me. Because I know what it's like to feel misunderstood and angry at everyone. I know that telling yourself you are better than everyone else is just a defense mechanism. We are just people. We're fragile and unstable. But I'm just tired of getting in that way. I mean, getting in the way. I can't stand it when the peace is disturbed like this. Yeah, you can focus on your reading when the piece isn't. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, you can't focus on your reading when the piece is disturbed, right? Because I. Because
Because?
the literature club should be happy for everyone.
Okay. Monica looks at Yuri in adoration. Imagine you switch the switch the D to a B and just be like, Monica looks at Yuri in abortion. I need to stop. Okay.
I feel like Sayori must be rubbing off on me because I really want to hug you now. Mm. Sorry, I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. No, I mean, well, if you wanted to, then I wouldn't really mind, so.
Monica pulls Yuri into a short embrace. Oh,
You're so gentle, and I love when you communicate your feelings. I feel lucky to see that side of you, and I'm sure Natsuki will too. I'm gonna write her a letter. Oh, a letter? What a great idea! Just because I'm not good at talking, especially under pressure. I always let my feelings get the best of me, and I forget to say all the important things, and I say things I don't mean. Well, I think a letter would be wonderful. Such a nice way to communicate.
Yuri's face hardens with determination. Okay.
People don't naturally gravitate towards me like they do for you and Sayori. My personality my personality just isn't suited for that. And I wouldn't want it to be. But something I've learned is that friendships don't always just magically appear out of thin air. For instance, I never would have seen myself making friends with someone like Sayori. We're opposite in a lot of ways. But I'm friends with her because she puts so much effort into understanding me so that we can get along. I think it was the same with you. You both gave me a lot of time and practice. And I wonder if she feels the same way. Natsuki?
Yuri nods.
I always thought if I want to make more friends, I had to be somebody I'm not. That's there's wait that there's a type of person or a magical formula I have to follow in order to make someone like me. And that's just I like me to think that. Always so occupied with myself that I fail to understand other people.
Yuri shakes her head.
Friendship happens when you think about the other person. When you offer time and effort to understand them and respect them and trust that they also want to be a good person. That's what I learned through my observation.
I don't know why I say observations instead of observation. Observation. Observations. Sorry, had a malfunction there. In the literature club.
Observations?
Monica is caught by surprise. Yuri has always kept to herself so much that it's unusual to hear suddenly talking about the club like this. But Yuri gently smiles to herself.
You always let me listen to your thoughts about people. Say you do. And it makes me feel happy because I learn a lot of things. That's so sweet. I had no idea that it meant so much to you.
Monica never thought much of it, but in the past few weeks, Yuri always seemed to be especially attentive when it came to problems and concerns of others, always wanting to listen and learn more about her friends in the club. Is that it? No? Okay, I was about to say that would be a weird way to end it. It's true, Sayori and Monica are naturally more comfortable with people and can more easily work through situations of conflict. But that doesn't make them better people. Everyone has strengths and weaknesses and capacity to improve. And the first step towards improving oneself is reflection and self-awareness. It's something that Yuri never gave herself enough credit for, but that Monica can recognize it's as an incredible trait. And with that, her confidence in the club is restored. Wait, I should probably put this back on. Oh, I want to hear the music. Even though it's not really different music, it's just. Is that a violin? Oh, okay. A very shy girl with long, pretty hair is wandering the bustling lunchtime hallways, her fist pressed against her collarbone. Is she doing this? Ow! Wait, why did I do it? That hurt. When she now it's hurting. Why did I do that? I just punched myself in the collarbone. When she finds the literature club president's room, she stands at the door and glances all around her before peering inside. Monica is sitting and chatting with a group of unknown friends. Yeah, as expected, this would be a bad idea after all. Suddenly, Monica glances towards the door, making the girl panic and duck out of sight. Before she can regain composure and decide for sure to leave, the classroom door gently opens.
Yuri, what a surprise to see you during lunch.
Yuri squeaks at a response.
Please help me. What, is everything okay?
Yuri shakes her head.
I don't know how to write letters. Thank goodness, I thought it was some kind of emergency.
Monica briefly glances over her shoulder at her other friends.
Do you want some help? We can go find an empty classroom or something. Is that okay? I feel bad for taking you away from your friends. It's totally fine, I promise. We aren't really doing anything. One sec.
Monica trots back to her classroom, says something like, I gotta go, to her friends, and then grabs a pen off her desk before returning to Yuri.
Okay, let's find somewhere quiet.
Yuri nods and follows Monica as the two of them set off.
How are you today?
Huh? Me?
Well, yes. Sorry. Oh gosh, sorry. I was just.
Wait, why did I say sorry twice?
Oh gosh, sorry. I was just caught off guard. I'm doing well today, just tired. I never seem to get enough sleep during the week.
It's hard to, I take my headphones off because it's hard to hear the voices I'm doing with them on. I don't like it.
How come? I don't know. I think I'm just easily distracted. I get sucked into things and start neglecting the time. Me too. I do that too. Hey, this classroom is empty. Let's go in here.
After peering inside, Monica opens a classroom door and the two of them enter. Yuri's moment of relaxation ends. She watches as Monica pulls two of the chairs up to the same desk, then obeys as Monica beckons her to take a seat. I demand you to take a seat right here. Anyways, she stares down at the empty desk.
You nervous? I don't want to do this. We don't we don't have to. We can come up with something else.
Yuri shakes her head.
It's my chance to do something good. I need to take an initiative. Gosh, you must be really determined. I know how hard it is to step out your comfort zone. I'll be sure to encourage you.
Not Monica, Yuri pushes through her anxiety and grabs a handful of lined paper from her notebook. Then she picks up her pen. Oh, this is cool. Look at the heart pen.
Hey, you're left handed. That's neat. Uh, yeah. Now, now I don't have to worry about bumping your arm.
Monica playfully rubs her shoulder against Yuri's. I was really confused.
Sorry, I'm just being silly, I guess. Anyway, how about we start by listing the different things that you want to say to her?
Mm, Yuri thinks.
I feel embarrassed all of a sudden. Oh, it's okay. How about how about some of the things that you said to me yesterday? But never mind. I guess I'll try.
Yuri thinks for a moment longer, then tension evident. I feel like this would be the type of story that would be in like the self love one because it has Natsuki and Yuri on there, and this is kind of the conflict between them. But wait, is this one called Reflect or something? I didn't read it, I forgot. But that would make sense because how they're kind of similar in like different ways, but they're similar. Yeah, reflection. Then then she writes the word reflection. This is about my reflection on our behavior. The key question is why we act like this towards each other, but have been able to separately be friends with Sayori and Monica.
That's me. Yes, it is.
So, Yuri thinks.
I've been able to befriend the two of you because you've taken the time to understand my needs and respect my interests. Mm-hmm. The same goes for Natsuki too.
Why am I changing her voice all of a sudden?
We started off as pretty hostile to each other because I was so worried about getting what I wanted, but she just wanted to be respected more than anything else. Once I stopped making it all about me, she was able to do the same. I want to do that too. So what kind of things do you want to do for her? I want I want to do the same things for her that I'd like to receive. I like it when people respond positively to things I talk about and not just brush me off. I like it when my feelings are taken seriously. And I like it when you and Sayori trust that I want to be a good person even when I'm not doing a good job at it. Let's write those things down. Okay.
Yuri writes some of the things down.
I think the most important thing to remember is that Natsuki is feeling vulnerable. So we should make sure that the letter puts her first. It's hard it's hard when you're feeling hurt, but it never helps to just tell someone all the things that they're doing wrong. I think first you have to make sure that they know you're ready to respect them and listen to them and admit the things that you feel you could have done better. And then finally, you ask what you would like in return. How does that sound for the structure? It could be 3 paragraphs, one for each of those points.
And they write it like it's an essay, but kudos to them. That sounds pretty good to me.
I like that. My thoughts were so disorganized, I had no idea how to come up with any kind of structure. You're so amazing at these things. Oh, stop. You do so much more than I have, you know? You spend so much time reflecting and being open minded, that's the hardest thing for anyone to do. All I'm doing is helping you put it on a piece of paper. So I think you're the amazing one. Mm.
Monica gives Monica gives Yuri's hand a quick squeeze. But as she lets go, she's caught by surprise when Yuri curls her fingers to hook Monica's hand in place. For a while, they sit like that in silence, save the occasional scratching of Yuri's pen against the paper. What? Oh, yesterday,
Yesterday, you told me something that I've been thinking about a lot. What was that? The thing about how feelings aren't right or wrong, and they're just a state of being that we need to come to terms with? It made me think about how a person's behavior isn't always just how they decide it to be. It's also made up of their past experiences and their insecurities. I think that helps me see other people as actual people rather than insignificant side characters who are out to get me somehow. Is that how you feel about Natsuki?
Yuri nods.
But in reality, everyone is trying their best and everyone wants to be happy.
Monica peers over at Yuri's not people, paper. But to her surprise, Yuri pulls it in closer, partially covering it with her arm.
I have to be able to read it so I can help you out, you know? It's okay. My thoughts are a lot more organized now after being able to talk to you about it. Now that I'm actually putting it on paper, I realize I'd rather prefer others not to read it.
Yuri laughs. Yuri laughs softly to herself, a rare expression.
I'm kind of glad to hear that actually. I somehow keep finding ways to butt into this whole thing. I've done enough damage.
Ah ha ha. I kind of just don't want to actually laugh. I just want to be like, ah, instead of, but I'm not going to do that. Good morning. Oh, it's morning for you? It's like 7 p.m. Good morning, though.
But it's also been so wonderful talking about this. I mean, I always thought you were really smart, but
Yuri smiles.
I will always be terrible at these things. People are just so incomprehensible to me. I'll never get the hang of being I never get the hang of being one. But listening to you so much has helped me really make sense of some things. So just don't call it damage, please.
Monica gives Yuri a gentle smile.
I can't believe I came to this club looking for fantasy geeks and all I got was real friends who value me. Is that a joke? Of course it is. I still can't tell with you. Sorry. No, I love it. Please never change. As you wish.
Yuri glances at the clock.
We are almost out of time. Will you be able to finish? Before the end of the day, probably. But I don't want to come to the club the same day as Natsuki reads it. I'm too shy. I can give it to her instead if you like.
Yuri nods.
As long as you promise not to read it. Of course, I promise. Thank you.
Yuri exhales and the two stand up. I'll message you when it's ready. Oh, she was supposed to say that, but I don't care.
Good luck. I'm here if you need me.
Yuri returns a nod, and the two depart. Look, I got a new picture. Oh, this is cool. Look at that. That's so cute. These are so awesome sauce. Because you got, like, the regular ones, and then you have the DDLC plus ones, and then you have, like, the cool side story ones, which you get this one, then this one, and this one. I personally think this one's the best. That's why it's my wallpaper. I like all of them. All of them are like really sick. These are so cute. Like, look at Natsuki's is so cute, and then hers is so cute. Oh my god! And then Monica's is just like, And I think she really likes heart things because she has a heart pen and a heart book, and this is just really cute. And she has coffee. And then we got this. I don't think I got anything else. Wait. Oh yeah, we got a new little scene. Is that it?
That's it. Bum, ba-da, bum, bum. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Oh, I forgot what I was doing. Alright, well, I guess self-love is next. But let me gulp down this water real quick. Yummy. Okay. It's only been one day since Yuri's letter was delivered to Natsuki with Monika's help. Because Yuri chose not to attend the club meeting that day, she and Natsuki haven't faced each other since. Although it's only lunchtime, Yuri finds herself anxiously counting the hours until she will need to face the outcome of her efforts, whether it's good or bad. And because the passing of students was making her feel even more anxious, Yuri picked out the most scheduled spot she could find to spend her lunch. I don't know why I read that as scheduled. That says secluded. No wonder I was like, because I thought it said schedule at first. I'm like, why would it say scheduled? That makes no sense. And it didn't. So why? I don't know. Because the staircase is under maintenance, no student would have any reason for coming here. It's such a relaxing feeling to have a moment of solitude in the middle of a frantic school day. Oh? Eep. What are you doing here?
I just.
Yuri grips her book with enough force to wrinkle the pages beneath the pressure of her thumbs.
Well, what are you doing here? I just came to get a drink from the vending machine. The other one is out of the drink I like.
Yuri notices Natsuki fidgeting with a few coins between her fingers. She nods, avoiding eye contact. Natsuki, looking away, shuffles over to the vending machine. It's so quiet that even her movements seem to reverberate? I was gonna say vibrate, but I don't think. Okay, through the entire stairwell. After far too long, she finally receives her beverage, which she then fidgets with it in the place of the coins. Within the place of the coins. It's some kind of iced tea, and that's the best. Real. But instead of leaving right away, Natsuki stands up in place. She glances around her.
It's like way too quiet back here. It's creepy. I mean, that's not what I meant, really. I mean, it's totally cool. It's your thing or whatever. Like, I can see how it suits you, so. Not because I think you're creepy or something. I didn't mean that either. You know, I'm just gonna stop talking. That seems like a good idea. It's okay. Everything is okay.
Yuri finds herself attempting some words of comfort after hearing Natsuki stammer herself into dejection. Oh my god, dejection. Oh my god. Seemingly in response, Natsuki approaches the base of the staircase and hesitantly sits herself down near Yuri.
Well, I can leave if you want.
Yuri shakes her head. Natsuki twists the cap off her drink and takes a sip. Despite receiving Yuri's general permission, Natsuki doesn't say anything more. Yuri continues to read, or at least pretends to. Question mark? And the two of them just sit there for a long time. The tension seems to fade a little bit as time passes. Even without any words, this seems to mean at least something, though it's not clear what that may be. Question mark? You got that big sale? I want some food. Sorry, guys. Lunch ends more quickly than expected. Natsuki is the first to stand up with her empty drink bottle.
Are you coming today? To the club?
Yuri nods.
I'm sorry for being so awkward. I'm really bad at talking about this stuff. I just can't for some reason and I don't know why. But I want to. Eventually. There's no rush. I promise. Thanks.
Cool. It's the next day. Natsuki appears around the corner and steps up to the vending machine, glancing at Yuri as she does so. Today, she seems to be holding some kind of book as well.
Oh, you're here again. Well, I just came here to read this because there aren't many people around here. Oh, I thought you didn't like how quiet it was. Well, I don't, but there's no people here. I see.
Natsuki sits down. The mood feels much different today than it did yesterday. After yesterday's lunch and the club meeting that followed, Natsuki and Yuri are beginning to feel more relaxed around each other again. Although Yuri's letter is still lingering in the back of Natsuki's mind, she continues to detour around it.
But it's okay that I'm here? Yeah, I don't care. I mostly just don't feel like dealing with the crap I get from my friends about it. Especially since, they all just assumed I stopped reading manga after I joined the literature club. Not that I'm trying to hide it from them exactly, but I just don't want it to come up again now after I waited so long for this new volume to come out, literally months at this point. You don't have other friends who are in the manga? Not unless online friends count. And Sayori, but that's different because she's not exactly into it, she just likes it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Honestly, you are lucky that the books you're into at least just look like books, so you don't have to feel like everyone's constantly judging you by the way you're reading. That would be so awful, especially since I already hate attention so much. Well, it's a good thing that I have thick skin, I guess. By the way, I would totally recommend finding some friends online if you haven't already, if you're like me and have no one to share your hobbies with. Oh, I have online friends. Since middle school, actually. I was especially desperate back then. It's somewhat embarrassing to reminisce about those days. Sometimes I wish. What? Sometimes I feel like the me from a few years ago would have benefited from a good smack across the face. Oh, whatever. Wait. Oh, whatever. We were all just stupid kids back then, anyway. Some of my fanfics I wrote, thank God I used those as a Posodium? Huh? Use the Posodium. What is a Posodium? If I don't, what is that? I actually don't know what that is. But okay, I'm gonna just pretend like I, yeah. But I liked it at the time. I got a lot of fulfillment out of it. And plus, I can look back and say with confidence that I've become a better person since then. So I didn't think I would change anything. I wonder in a few years from now, we'll think the same thing about our current selves. Probably. That doesn't make you uncomfortable? No, of course not. I don't care what other people think of me, especially someone who doesn't even exist yet. Mm. Alright, here. Natsuki raises her hand and faces. Wait. Oh, Natsuki raises her hand to her face and forcibly slaps her own cheek. That's me from the future coming to terms with me right now. Also, ow. I didn't mean to do it that hard. Yuri doesn't seem to react. But then, Natsuki's surprised, Yuri shyly looks the other way before lifting her arm and doing the same thing to herself. Oh, what? Loudly smacking her cheek. Out of context, that would be really weird. She turns red and stares into her lap, but is unable to hide a smile as though it was a really funny joke. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. I didn't know you had it in you. I don't even know why I did that. Maybe I thought it would be funny. Sorry, I keep distracting you. You said you were looking forward to reading, but I keep going on about all this nonsense. I'll let you get to your reading. Oh, right. Yeah, I guess I'll do that then. The conversation ends quickly and Natsuki opens her book. What?
The two of them read silently for the remainder of the lunch hour. But the whole time, Yuri feels distracted by a twist of regret over having so much abruptly forced the end. Over having so abruptly forced the end of their conversation.
You're back. Yeah, I'm here to lay low again.
Another day has passed. During lunchtime, Natsuki finds herself having wandered to the stairwell once more.
Hey, did you buy that?
Natsuki quickly notices a bottle of iced tea on the staircase when she normally sits. Yuri nods, avoiding eye contact.
What, like for me? But you didn't know I was coming here today, so what if I didn't show up? Well, I would have drink it myself, I guess. It was a stupid thing to do. No, it wasn't stupid. I just thought, never mind. What I meant to say is thank you. And that is a really nice gesture. It's okay if you don't feel that way. I do! It was the other things that I didn't mean. I swear, please believe me. Mm.
Yuri pauses and nods.
Talking is hard. I get it wrong a lot too. So I believe you.
Natsuki exhales in relief. She sits down next to Yuri and takes the drink. Knowing Yuri, she was probably overthinking it so much that Natsuki's tepid, tepid response filled her with self-doubt.
I'll do anything.
Wait, what? I don't know how. I keep reading things completely wrong, and it doesn't even go in the sentence at all.
I'll do something nice for you next time. Please, don't feel obligated. No, I want to. I want to do nice things too. Okay. Thank you. You can thank me after how I figure out how to do something nice. I'll do it then too.
Natsuki sighs.
Nothing. It just reminds me how I haven't gotten along with my friends lately. Is that why you have been coming here? Well, no, not exactly. I haven't been avoiding them on purpose or anything. They're just other things I'd rather be doing during the lunch lately. Like being around them.
What?
I like being around them when they're just having all fun, but they also can't take anything seriously. So when I don't know, feeling serious, their attitudes, then their attitudes just get on my nerves. It's only gotten worse ever since I joined the literature club. How come? I don't know. I feel like I just used to be really good with putting up with it because it would be so stupid to cause drama over a joke like I didn't like or something. But I just have a hard time doing that lately. But it's my fault for being overly sensitive. If I have a problem, I'm not going to demand for everyone to just around me to change. But yeah, I know. Monica and Sayori don't really agree with that kind of thing. But they're not in my position, so it's easy for them to say that you should just communicate your feelings or whatever. It's not like my friend group does that kind of thing. Wait.
I was really confused.
I would just be wait. I would just be making a embarrassment out of myself. Sorry. Wait, what? Sorry, none of this has anything to do with you. I don't know why I'm talking about it. It's okay. I like listening. What? Listening to other people's problems? Yes. That's weird. Sorry. I just like learning about people. Do you think it's weird? No, that's not weird. I probably just misunderstood. So, I don't know. Does that mean I should keep going? If you like. Okay. Well, I don't know what to talk about now.
I was really confused. Yeah.
What are some things that you like to what are some things that you like about your friends? A lot of things. I mean, they're really fun to hang out with like after school on the weekends. And they really like my baking. It's fun to complain about school together. They make me laugh a lot, and we have a lot of good memories and inside jokes. Oh, I'm bad at a lot of those things. So, all those things are important to you? Well, kind of, but they're not things that I need to get out of everybody. Everybody in the club is really different from that, but I'm still friends with them too. Well, Sayori really likes your baking, and she makes you laugh, and she complains a lot too. That doesn't mean she'll. Wait, that doesn't mean she's anything like my other friends.
Wait,
Well, unlike them, she's a nice person who cares about your feelings. Excuse me? How about you don't talk about. Wait. Don't talk that way about my friends that you don't know anything about.
Natsuki stands up.
No, wait. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I didn't want to say something bad. Please don't leave.
Natsuki sighs and shakes her head.
It's fine. As long as you understood that you can't just judge people like that. I'm sorry.
Natsuki sits back down.
You can't just compare friends like that and like measure who's better than who's everyone's different. I'm sorry. I just I just don't like people who want to hurt you.
A moment of silence stretches between them.
They don't want to hurt me. They just like to tease each other about stupid things. It's fun. I don't like that. Well, that's why I'm friends with them and you're not. You like it? Don't just don't worry so much about me. It's not worth it. I'm sorry. I wish I knew how to help with social conflicts, like how Monica can. She's good at these things. Not really. Also, I don't always want help. Sometimes it's just stuff I have to deal with myself. That's why that's what Monica and Sayori never seem to understand. Sometimes all you do is look at them wrong, and they're all like, "Oh, what's wrong? Is everything okay?" I just want to mind my own business sometimes and decide if I want to talk about things. The only one who understands that is you. So you shouldn't really be hard on yourself. You're not as bad as you think. Oh, you don't need to reassure me or anything. I mean that. Plus, if it makes sense that someone who doesn't like to talk, doesn't talk but like, oh my god, doesn't talk a lot would make a good listener. Thank you. You're also nice. Why did I make her sound like a robot? It's really hard for me. It doesn't come out naturally at all. It's so weird because I always thought of myself as someone who can just say whatever's on my mind. But I feel like that only works when I'm annoyed or upset or I want to say something mean. Why am I like that? You don't have to answer that. I'm just talking to myself.
Yuri nods and remains silent. Natsuki notices her fidgeting with the pages of her book.
How come you always like reading so much? Oh, well, a lot of reasons. But I just got sucked into it so easily. It's so immersive, like I want to be a part of it. I think, wait, I think there are a lot of things that people in life that makes me feel uncomfortable and frustrated, especially when it comes to following social conventions and group interactions. I just don't really understand it and I have no real desire to participate. But it's different with books. It feels like I always want to be around the characters. I feel such a strong emotional connection with them in ways that I've never felt with real people. So in a way, it can feel sometimes more than wait, it can feel more real than real life. Really? It's really hard for you to be around people like all the time? Mm, merely fairly often, especially in group settings. When people are making all kinds of conversation and saying jokes and all that, I don't know what to do and I just disengage. Oh, that doesn't get lonely? I don't think so. I can still enjoy spending time with people one on one. And I have online friends too, of course. Do you ever just wish that you could that you could be friends with the characters in your books? All the time. Sometimes so badly that it makes my heart ache. Yeah, me too. Really? Mm hmm. A lot. Like more than anything.
After Natsuki mutters that silence fills the stairwell once more. But it's a mutual silence, one full of misunderstanding. Interesting. Interesting. And we have one more part, and it's done with all of them. And of course, let me check. Mail. Not mail. That's not where I want to go. Pictures. There's still like other pictures I have to collect, so there's probably more. Like, there's this, these three, this, which I think that might be the like ultra secret poem. Because it said I collected all the special poems. So this one must be like the ultra secret poem. And then these and these. So I don't know what I have to do for all those, but I'm gonna figure it out. Let me finish part 2 though.
Hey. Oh, hello. I almost thought you weren't coming today. Yeah, well,
Lunch is already more than halfway over. Nasugi had typically been meeting Yuri in the stairwell much earlier, since it had been a good way of dodging her friends when she didn't feel like seeing them. Today, she's holding a large plastic container in both hands.
I ran into my friends, so I hung out with them for a while. Is that so? Yeah. I was just in a good mood today, so I figured I should. I hadn't seen them in a while, which I had to come up with some kind of excuse for, but I expected that. Plus, I have way more of these than I know what to do with, so I figured I would share them too.
She sits down. Nasuki opens the lid of her container.
You made cupcakes? You know it. It's been a while at this point, so I figured it was about time again. You can take one if you want.
Yuri takes a cupcake and carefully twirls it between her fingers. It's brown with dark green frosting, immaculately shaped into a floral pattern and topped with some kind of glittery powder.
How pretty. I just ate, so I might not be able to finish it. But are they for the club? Yeah, I guess so. I didn't really think about it, I just made them. Ah, I just thought that because green is Monica's favorite color, right? Well, yeah, but that's not really.
Yuri takes a small bite.
This is green tea flavored. I love green tea. Oh, do you?
Green tea flavored cupcake? Like, how can you tell that it's green tea flavored? I know you love tea, but do you love it that much? Okay.
It was just some random idea I wanted to try, so. Don't laugh at me. I'm not. I just felt happy. Oh, sorry. Usually when. Never mind. What I mean is that I'm glad. Sorry for saying dumb things again. I just wanted to do something nice. And this is something I happen to be good at. And I do know that you like them from past experience. Mm,
Yuri turns red, recalling the time she treated herself rather generously to Natsuki's cupcakes. Were they good? I really want a cupcake now. Ironically, her mouth is too full of the cupcake to stammer an excuse, so she just settles for a disapproving look.
How'd you get into baking? Oh, well, I don't know. It kind of just always appealed to me. Well, a few years ago, I read this one manga with a lot of baking, so I got like super into it for a while. I was probably making stuff almost every day. But it's something that I always knew I liked anyway. It's like baking is like art, but when you get good at it, it becomes more delicious too. I'm struggling trying to imagine myself putting my heart into something so artistic, knowing that it would just be eaten afterwards. Yeah, but maybe you're too practical for it. I think I prefer to be on the receiving end. That's my other favorite part about it. It's something I can do that makes a lot of people happy, like unconditionally. Everyone is always so thankful, and in that moment, you get to be like the bringer of joy. I don't know. It just makes me feel valued. Yeah, I guess that. So, were you able to make up with your friends today?
Why is this turned around?
Hmm? There wasn't really anything to make up with them about. We weren't fighting or anything. You weren't? Maybe I misunderstood. It only turns into a fight if I lose my control.
Or lose my cool? Same thing, same difference.
And that's just unnecessary drama. It only makes things worse. So they're not gonna stop? I mean, it only happens sometimes anyway. It's just the way they are. I'm the only one who ever has a problem with it. It's not worth it. Especially since I have somewhere to go now, when I don't feel like hanging out with them. Oh, I see.
So I don't forget it. Mateo, do your nails tonight. That's fine. Okay. The cupcake's empty foil wrapper audibly crinkles at Yuri's clenched fist.
I'm glad that the situation is resolved and that you don't have to avoid them anymore. Yeah, me too. And I don't have to bother you during your alone time anymore. I'm sure that you'll have a lot of reading to catch up on. Yeah. I know that cupcakes are basically nothing compared to all the stuff you've done for me, but it's the best I can do. So you can have the rest of them.
Natsuki grabs the box and slides it over to Yuri's feet. Yuri stares at the box. Then she shakes her head and slides them back.
You should save them for your other friends. But I made them for you.
Natsuki's voice whines as she protests.
I know, and I like them very much, exactly as you thought. You succeeded. But I know you care about making your other friends happy too. And if this is the way you know how to make that happen, then I'm not going to take it away from you. No, they were they were for making you happy. You make me happy. You're worth more than cupcakes to some people. That's why then they want to spend time with you and be your friend.
Without warning, tears pour from Natsuki's eyes. Oh no! She pulls her knees to her chest and starts sobbing into her arms.
Natsuki, I'm such a bad person. Um,
Yuri stammers, feeling panicked.
I didn't mean to say something bad.
Natsuki shakes her head and wipes her eyes.
You didn't. I just.
Natsuki tries to choke back her sobs and struggles to speak through them.
I just really hate myself sometimes. And it feels so wrong when you say those nice things to me. Like, I don't deserve it. I'm sorry. No, I am. I'm so difficult. And I can't think of a single thing about myself that somebody would like. And I hated myself for bothering you during lunchtime. I just thought it was my chance to be a good person, like to be nice and do the things that you wrote about in the letter. I knew if I tried in the club, Sayori and Monica would be super annoying and make a huge deal of it. You know, I think a lot of those negative things too about myself. I never felt like a good person. I always scrutinize everything I say, and later I feel like I said all the wrong things. And I just spend so much time thinking about myself, hating myself, and feeling like everyone else must hate me too. So I understand some of that through my own experience. And that's why I wanted to write the letter to express my feelings. It pained me to see those things in someone else that I saw in myself.
Natsuki sniffles. Yuri rustles through the bag and pulls out some tissues, then hands it to the Natsuki.
Monica told me that it takes a good person to reflect on these things. The desire to improve yourself that makes you a good person, so don't worry so much. Also, there are things about you that people would like so. Like what? Like how you're fun for people to be around. and you're not shy, and you know how to make people laugh. And you're very passionate about things, and you know how to take the lead. And you care a lot about other people, and just a lot of things. Oh, well, now you're making me feel really embarrassed. Well, you're the one who asked, and don't you think I feel embarrassed?
Natsuki tries to hide a smile, then she sighs and fades again.
Every time I come here, I always think it's the last time, but then I keep coming back for some reason. Is that bad? Just really confusing. I mean, my friends and I go way back, so ditching all of my friends. Wait, ditching them all the time feels like, I don't know. Feels like what?
Natsuki's voice gets quiet.
Maybe I'm scared that they'll get mad at me. I really don't know what to do.
She pauses. Yuri stares into the distance, tracing her eyes along the patterns of the floor tiles, while she thinks to herself.
What would you do, hypothetically, if your friends were happy for you instead of mad at you? Happy for what? Happy that your new club is making you happy. Well, that's just not a fair hypothetical.
Natsuki says that, but with little confidence in her voice.
I always told myself that I didn't rely on the pure approval of others to be happy. And I still feel that way, but I'm spending time with people who put me down rather whenever I don't have their approval. That's probably what's making me feel so confused, because I'm threatened out of the things that should make me happy. So no matter what, it's like I have to be unhappy to be happy. It's making my head hurt. That must make it really difficult to be comfortable with yourself. Being made to feel like you're wrong for just being the person you are. It really goes against everything I believe in, doesn't it? It goes against the kind of person I want to be. I'm fed up with it. I'm fed up with a lot of things.
Natsuki presses her palms into her forehead and shakes her head.
I know what's best for me, but I keep convincing myself out of it. It's so much easier to comfortably unhappy.
Oh, to be comfortably unhappy.
Than it is to do something that's scary. To do what? You know, to end it with them?
Natsuki nods.
I didn't think you were actively considering that as an option. I wasn't until recently. It's just like one of those things where, like, it's been a certain way for so long that you just get used to it. Like, so much of you have gone through it.
Wait, I don't know why I'm reading like that.
Like, so much of you has gone into it. So much that it feels that, like, just how your life is.
I didn't, read any of that correctly.
And throwing it away is just like throwing away such a big part of your life. It makes me feel sick to think about it.
Natsuki sighs.
It's just really scary and it's terrifying. What are you scared of? I don't know. A lot of things. I like being alone, not having anyone to talk to or hang out with, not being able to replace what I have with them. And I don't want them to hate me. And I'm really scared they'll hurt me for going against them. Physically? Not physically, but...
Yuri clenches her fist. Natsuki.
What? If anyone thinks to cause you harm, I will unleash hell upon them.
What? Okay. Natsuki snorts in laughter.
Don't laugh at me. Sorry, I like that. That's all. Oh. Well, I meant it. I know you did.
Natsuki gives Yuri an endearing look.
I needed it.
As the conversation lapses, Natsuki again slides her box of cupcakes over to Yuri. Just take them, okay?
I don't want other people to have them anymore. Are you sure?
Natsuki nods.
I'm sure. I will then. I'll enjoy them.
Natsuki looks away, but a feeling of warmth spreads through her. She holds on to that feeling, knowing it will give her the courage.
Ah, you're here first today. Mm-hmm. And you brought reading material? Mm-hmm.
Natsuki is sitting in her usual spot, but this time holding a volume of manga while her lunch sits behind her. Yuri sits down as well and opens her own book.
It sucks when a good series has to come to an end. It's like such a big part of your life, and one day there's just nothing left. It makes you feel so empty. Unfortunately, I'm about to experience that myself. I'm on the last book of the series. That sucks. But there's also something satisfying about letting a story conclude. I don't know if I'd want it to go on forever. Maybe, but there's just some things I wish could. On the other hand, have you ever read something that overstayed its welcome? Yeah, definitely. I can think of at least one thing that I read that got pretty unbearable like halfway through, and the ending really sucked. So it sucks when something so good has to end, but it also sucks when they just keep inventing more plot until you don't like it anymore. I guess it sucks either way. Mm-hmm. Well, that's the nature of all things. They all come to an end.
The two fall silent. They slowly eat while making their way through their respective reading material. Except Natsuki doesn't seem to be touching her food at all.
You don't go out during the weekends, right? Excuse me? Like with friends or at the mall downtown or whatever. I'm not a total shut in, you know? Oh, my bad for making assumptions. Well, I'm sure I go out less often than other people like you and others in the club, but I don't really meet with friends arbiter, arbiter,
Arbitrarily? Arbitrarily? Yeah.
spend my time like that. I'm usually meeting with my board game group. Board game group? It doesn't matter. It's just more nerdy stuff. Why do you ask anyway? I was just curious. I just realized I couldn't picture it, so I was just curious.
Yuri looks at Natsuki and realizes that she's shaking.
Don't look at me like that. Sorry.
Natsuki pulls her knees into her chest and puts her head down.
I can't take this. Did I do something?
Yuri gets flustered, her mind racing over what she may have said or done.
I did. I ended it. I texted them earlier telling them. And I just blocked them because I'm afraid of their responses. And it feels like I'm dying inside. Oh, that's. I'm sorry.
Good for Natsuki. Clap it up. Totally unsure what to do, Yuri can barely find any words to support her to offer. Meanwhile, the sounds of Natsuki usually hard breathing fills the air. Then she speaks again, barely above a whisper.
Help me. I feel sick and I want to hit my head against things. Please help. I can't take this. You may be having a panic attack.
With that realization, Yuri's demeanor suddenly changes.
I have experience with this, so I'll help you through it, okay?
Natsuki meekly nods through her rapid breath, but still buried in her knees. Yuri slides herself over to Natsuki and sits on the step behind her. I don't know why I thought it was going to say sits on her lap. I was going to say what? Then she puts her hands on Natsuki's shoulders.
Can you feel my hands?
Natsuki nods, her shaking becoming more apparent through Yuri's sense of touch. Yuri keeps her voice low and gentle.
You're safe right now. You're in a good and safe place where nothing can hurt you.
Natsuki nods once more. Although Yuri is only touching Natsuki's shoulders, she can practically feel her racing pulse through the base of her neck.
We'll do a breathing exercise together, and all you have to do is listen to my breaths and breathe along with me. Let's breathe in now.
Yuri takes a deep, slow breath. Beneath her hand, she feels Natsuki's shoulders rise as Natsuki takes a breath of her own, trying to mimic Yuri. They exhale together, although Natsuki's breath shakes on the way out.
That's good. Let's keep going.
Yuri breathes in once more, and Natsuki joins her. They continue like that for a few more cycles while Yuri closely monitors. Eventually, Yuri feels Natsuki rest more of her weight onto Yuri's palms.
Let's focus on the physical world.
Oh my god.
All you have to do is focus on the feeling of your breaths going in and out, and the weight of my hands on your shoulders. You're in a safe and comfortable physical space, I think.
Minute pass in silence. By now, the worst of it has happened, but Yuri is determined not to move away until Natsuki prompts her to. Meanwhile, Natsuki has lifted her head off her knees and her breathing has mostly steadied. Then she takes a final deep breath and slowly pulls herself to her feet, causing Yuri to let go. She stretches her arms.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to freak out. I don't know what my deal is. You don't have to apologize. This must be enormously stressful for you. Is that what's going to keep happening? It may or may not. We can take measures to prevent it in the future, but I think it will naturally get better over time.
Natsuki's motions to sit back down again, so Yuri moves over. Yuri turns away to pick up her open book from the dusty floor where she had hastily set down earlier. She brushes the dust off the cover.
I don't think I could have gotten through that alone. You're not alone.
Feeling shy again, Yuri speaks into her own lap.
From now on, you don't have to do anything alone.
As she says that, Yuri tenses up. It's rare for her to so openly share her thoughts, but something about Natsuki, of all people, makes it feel so much more natural to do so. Perhaps because, like Yuri, Natsuki is so timid and uncertain of herself. Natsuki does such a good job at hiding it that it's taking a long time for Yuri to finally realize it. And because of that, Yuri is able to deliver the reassurance that that she herself would have wanted, demonstrating that you deserve the loves of others. If you can accept that for the first time, then perhaps you can begin the what journey to wait, you begin the journey of learning to love yourself. Aww.
Do you really mean that?
Why is okay?
You're probably going to regret saying that if you do. How so? Because I'm gonna have a lot of free time during the weekends from now on. So you're giving me permission to be as annoying as I want and drag you around to a lot of places. I see. But you already said it, so you can't take it back now. Uh, well, I suppose I have no choice but to accept that responsibility then. I know a good ice cream place. Oh, that means you'll finally figure out what my favorite ice cream flavor. Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, you don't remember? The first day that you came into the club, you guessed everyone's favorite ice cream flavor, but for me, you said you had no idea. Seriously? I don't remember that at all. Oh, wait, yes, I do, and I said it was probably green tea.
Yuri shakes her head.
It's a good guess, but my favorite is usually to get chocolate and raspberry together. Chocolate and raspberry? How fancy. How's that fancy? Oh, I don't know. I feel like I should have just guessed something like that. Well, maybe next time I'll try chocolate and strawberry. Hey, strawberry is my favorite. Hmm, what a coincidence. I think it helps to have something to look forward to. I still have the sick feeling in my stomach, but it's easier to now to convince myself that I did the right thing. Is there anything better I could be doing? No, not that I know of. There's nothing that will make this easy for me, and you already did more than I thought anyone could. Hmm. Come to think of it, we never really talked about the letter you wrote, but I feel like we're way past that at this point, and I don't even know what to talk about, except that I think it helped me understand my needs a little bit more. The way I like to be treated, and the kinds of friends that I want to have. That's why I wanted to start coming here in the first place, even though I was so scared of causing more problems. I thought I thought it was a coincidence that you ran into me here initially. Oh,
Oh wait, was she saying that and then oh, okay. Whoopsies.
well, not exactly. What do you mean? Nothing. I may have tracked you down first, with the help of Sayori. That's. But you said. I was shy, okay? I wasn't ready to, like. Whatever you know. You know what I'm saying. Well, I guess I'm glad that you worked up the courage, even if it was in your own way. I can tell you've been making a lot of difficult decisions. It's brave and it will make things better in the long run. I think anyone would be proud of you for it. Anyone? You mean like you? Yes, like me. You know, I could get used to this. Uh-oh. I was really confused. I accidentally did. Okay. As long as you don't tease me too much. Fine. Just a little then. That's fine. I know how uncertain everything feels to you right now. But I really do think good things are in store. Those are my honest feelings. Thanks. It feels so nice to be reassured. The two girls continue their conversation through the remainder of lunch, but a new feeling hangs in the air, a feeling of greater certainty in their path forward. In just a few hours, there will be another literature club meeting where the four club members will happily spend time together. Each of them will all have their own special qualities. Oh, okay, hold on, let me read it. Each of them, with their own special qualities, have something unique that they can deliver to one another. Through friendship and literature, the club members will continue to grow and find happiness together. The end of each chapter is the start of the next. Yuri thinks to herself, since she's about to finish her long running series, it would be best to have a new book lined up. Perhaps this weekend would be a good time to visit the bookstore together. Aww, that was great. That was the last side story. Oh wait, no, there's a random one that just popped up equals. Okay. Um, I guess we should do that. Let me just like see the picture that I got. Picture. I know where you are. There you are. Aw. I've never seen a cuter couple. Oh, we unlocked this. Finish all the side stories to celebrate Monica's birthday. That's so cute. Look at this. This is so cute. What the heck? What the heck? It's so cute. Okay. The last. It's not a side story, but it's something. Okay, everyone. We're going to be taking a break from the usual activities today. I think. Wait, I was thinking since people are starting to talk about the festival, it's a good time for us to go over the general direction of the club after that and all that.
Wait, in this will we be able to see the festival? Cause like I want one of the universe where the festival actually happens. Like, come on. Like I think it would be actually pretty cool, but I don't think it's gonna happen in this. I would really wish, but whatever.
I think it will help us figure out what to do for the festival, you know? Oh, Sayori and I already came up with a really good plan. Really? For the festival? Yeah, so the plan is okay. Wait, the plan is this, okay? You and Yuri collect information ahead of time on which clubs and classes are doing food booths. Then we take a map and plan the most efficient route so we can get most of them before the lines get too long. Hey, that has nothing to do with the club. Well, you have to let me finish. Alright, fine, go ahead. Right, so we basically get all the food we can, then we come back here and we all eat together. That's all. Wow, I got tricked twice by the same joke. Boo! Don't be a hater. It's not like you can come up with anything better. Look, even Yuri was thinking about it. No, I wasn't. I would really prefer to do something literature related. We can eat together anytime the festival's unique opportunity. Besides, it's been quite a while since we've seen any new interest in the club. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. We really should wait, get we really get a shot at showing people where what the literature club is all about.
And excuse me. Okay.
I'll tell you what, we can both do, right? Wait, we can do both, right? We'll make time for your food mission and we'll still put together a public event. Oh my gosh, yes! I was just joking, but that's a really good idea. Well, I'm glad that's settled. I think the question is how do we come up with an event that demonstrates everything you can to get at a literature club? Well, I think that's kind of tough because everyone gets something different out of the club. Okay, how about this? Let's go around and have each of us talk about what we've gotten out of the club so far. That could really help us figure out what kind of reputation that we want to build. Yeah, that's too embarrassing. Aw, but you would have so much to talk about. That's exactly why. And I'm sure Natsuki feels the same way. Well, maybe, but I didn't plan on arguing against it or anything. I mean, it's the literature club. We talk about that stuff together, right? And the only way to get more comfortable with it is to suck it up and do it. Oh, you're not wrong. I'm sorry for being resistant. It's not good to say suck it up because it sounds like their feelings don't matter. Right, my bad. It's just a habit I need to break. Well, anyway, who's gonna start? I'll start. I was the first to join after all. Wouldn't that be me? No, I want to go first. Fine, fine. You can start. I don't mind. Yay! So, gosh, it feels like so long ago. I think I joined because I want to have fun sharing poems with people. It seemed like it would be a safe way to express myself, you know? Like, it would just be. Wait. Like, if it's just a poem and we can share it without feeling like I'm burdening everyone with my problems. And I thought it would be a really good way to get to know other people too. So yeah, I was really surprised when I walked in and it was just Monica. And she was sleeping. Don't remind me of that. Oh gosh. Yeah, but it seemed like so much fun to help start a new club. Especially since writing helped me so much, I want to help other people. I wanted to see it help other people too. But it ended up being just me who was inspired because I remember feeling like Monica was just so sweet and mature that I could trust her with anything. It made me feel a lot less alone having someone who even the bad thing wait who knew even the bad things about me. And at that point, I knew the literature club was going to be a special for a lot of people. Yeah, I feel this. Mm, yeah, I felt the same way. It really helped me get the club more a cohesive vision.
I'm like messing up this whole dialogue. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yes, and then Yuri joined, and she was so different from us, and Natsuki too. I think for Yuri, it really helped me to just take the lead because she was able to open up a little. But Natsuki was kind of the opposite, where she wasn't ready to get really close to someone really quickly. I never really thought about that sort of thing. I really felt like I gotten better at understanding people's different needs. And that makes me feel really happy because my friends are just the most important things to me. And whatever new members we get, I want to help them in those ways too. I don't even know if I would have continued coming to the club if it weren't for you. Really? Mm-hmm. I know it wasn't too long ago, but it hurts to think about my behavior back then. I was really short-sighted. The only reason I came to find other people who were into fantasy, I suppose that was my idea of making friends with people. And I remember feeling uncomfortable because you and I have such different energy. I had such a specific idea of the kind of person I could be friends with, so when Sayori tried hard to get to know me, I felt like I was just wasting her time. I think I was naive to assume that similar interests were the key component of friendship. Sayori and I were able to be friends because she always thinks about the needs of other people. That's something I never knew how to do or even thought to do. But I stayed in the club. Thanks to that, and wait, thanks to that, and I started trying as hard as I could to possibly understand people better. You really went above and beyond when it came to that. I was just super impressed. Well, I always hated that I didn't know how to behave like a person who is easily liked by others, like the two of you can. And because of that, mm, and because of that, I spent so much time thinking about my own behavior and all the wrong things I said. But the whole time, I should have been thinking about other people instead, not myself. Once I started doing that, I was able to make friends with everyone else. And oh, also, I discovered that sometimes I'm a better communicator when I take the time to write rather than speak. It's so strange the way things turned out. It's far different from anything I ever would have expected. But I'm happy. I suppose we don't always know what we really need. Oh my gosh, you're so cute, I'm gonna throw up. Okay, please don't say that, Sayori. Besides, I'm not cute. Hey, isn't that my line? Oh, well, for me, it's actually true, so. What are you saying? Nothing. I finished my part, so somebody else take their turn.
You did good.
My heart. Sayori, take some deep breaths. Okay, fine, I'll go. Yuri, I can't believe you were complaining about doing this and still went before me. What a show off. I was just following up on Sayori. It was the easiest way to get it over with. Besides, you left out the most important thing you could get out of this club. I did? Yeah, a regular supply of your favorite cupcakes. Oh no, I forgot that too. I'm a traitor to the cupcake queen. Neither of you are forgiven. Looks like Monica will be the only one getting cupcakes next time. No! I can't eat that many cupcakes. Yeah, true. Only Yuri can. Hey!
I want to laugh because this is so cute.
Anyway, anyway, I'm just putting off talking. It's kind of hard to talk about this stuff. But I guess when it comes down to it, I'm in such a better place mentally than I was when I first joined. And that's because everyone helped me realize that I had some really toxic friendships going on outside the club. It was honestly a really painful thing to go through having to cut them out. It still hurts to think about. I'm sorry, Natsuki. It's fine. I knew it was for the best, and I was right. And I guess for me, it's all about feelings. I was only ridiculed for having feelings, so I guess. Wait, so I thought it was the right thing to do was just to ignore them. It took me a really long time just to realize it's not really how things are supposed to work. And I guess that thanks to everyone who the big, took time to respect my feelings even when I was being like the biggest jerk. I'm really sorry for being such a jerk to everyone. I was really the worst.
Natsuki voice Natsuki's voice chokes up a little.
We love you, Natsuki. I just hate that I was like that. Everyone did so much for me and I could never do anything in return. That's not true. Natsuki, you've done a lot more than you can think.
Yes? What?
This came from, I guess, your math teacher. And she's letting you know about the SOL review packets. She says she's going to be putting something in her Canvas module. I don't know if you have that.
Mm-hmm.
But then it also says something about if you want her to print out the SOL review packet for math, she can print it out. I just got to let her know. Do you want it in front of you that you can?
No, that's fine. No, I don't.
So how will you be able to review it?
I have Canvas.
Well, it says you got to do something. I don't know what you got to do. It just says in her, they can, all right, these packets are divided into 4 sections and can be printed or just read from the Canvas module. Do you need to ask her?
I know what it is.
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted you to be aware. I forgot, but I got this today.
This club really wouldn't have been the same without you, and I mean that. Remember how judgmental I was when you first showed up? It was like I couldn't accept anything other than my own idea of what literature club was supposed to be. Apparently, that was more important to me than the opportunity to bring you some happiness. You really taught me that anything that makes someone happy is worth of respect. You even inspired me to start playing piano. That's something that means a whole lot to me. So there's no need to put yourself down. Okay.
Natsuki wipes her eyes.
You helped me a lot too. It's so much fun to have you around. And you helped me become a better person. Having a problem doesn't make you needy or inconvenient. It just it means that there's something that needs to be better for you and you always deserve that. I agree. Seeing us have some kind of same struggles made me a better person as well. I wouldn't want to change anything about our time here. I don't think any of us would. I'm sorry, I got all dramatic again. That's all I want to say, so Monica can go now. There's no need to apologize. It was something I want to talk about anyway because it made a big difference for me. I was always such a strict perfectionist who never took enough time to believe in the best for other people. But everyone kept proving me wrong. I made the mistake multiple times thinking that was my way wait, that my way was the best for everyone, or thinking that I needed to solve other people's problems. But I think being a leader means that you have to acknowledge that you're not perfect and the best thing you can do is just help guide people rather than do everything for them. We're all good people, we're equals. I think that the most important thing I've gotten out of the club realizing what that really means.
And my hands are like freezing cold. And it's only this hand. And it's only the fingers. Okay.
Sayori, what are you doing? I just thought that we should be writing some of these down. Think about the club that are things about the club that are valuable to us.
With a piece of chalk in her hand, Sayori writes the word trust on the chalkboard.
This is because you showed me that I could trust you with everything about me, not just my good side.
Suddenly, Yuri takes a piece of chalk as well. She writes understanding.
I owe a lot of gratitude to everyone who took the time to understand me, even though it was difficult for me to express myself. In that case,
Monica takes a piece of chalk as well and writes the word respect.
I always thought that I was a respectful person, but it took the club for me to realize that there was more to it than I thought, and I'm a better person because of it. I have another one.
Sayori writes balance.
Sometimes people want different things out of friendship, or they just need time before they're ready to become close. So it's important to keep things balanced between you and the other person. That reminds me,
Yuri writes reflection.
I've been a reflective person, but
I accidentally skipped it. Hold up.
I've always been a reflective person, but most of it has been nothing more than hating myself for all the things I thought I did wrong. Once I started reflecting on other people and not just myself, a lot of other things changed for me. So I think that the most important one for me.
Oh, I guess I read that wrong. Blah, blah.
That's great. We have a whole list of things now.
Suddenly, everyone turns to look at Natsuki.
Well, everyone took the chalk. Don't look at me like that. Jeez. You could have just asked.
Monica hands her a piece of chalk to Natsuki. Then Natsuki writes self love.
I don't know how far I've gotten with it yet, but it feels like things are at least on the right track. So that's my contribution.
Together, everyone stares at the words on the board.
Wasn't this club supposed to be about literature? It is. We still do a lot of literature. Friendship and literature. Yeah, you're right. Friendship and literature.
Natsuki and Yuri gently nod as well.
Hey, let's all take a picture together. We don't have one yet, right? Hey, you're right. Make sure you send it to me after. Wait, can I brush my hair first or something? Oh, you're fine. You already have the best hair out of all of us. Mm.
I was gonna say it's probably the longest out of all of them, but Monica's hair is really long too. Like, I'm sure if she takes it out of her ponytail, it would be really long. But hers might be thicker. I don't know. Whatever. They have the longest hair and they have the shortest hair, but it kind of balances them out.
Everyone to get together. I can't fit you all in. Okay. Okay, everyone. Okay, everyone ready? And click.
Aww.
I'm really glad we talked about this stuff. It's easy to forget how far we came, how far we come with only 4 members. Yeah, I have so many happy thoughts right now. I'm just getting some really good inspiration for a poem. You know, I feel the same way. I kind of want to get some writing done. Me too. I think I would like to do that as well. Everyone's looking at me again. I'll do it too, but I might not feel like sharing it. That's okay.
The 4 members of the literature club disperse and return to their desk, each equipping themselves with a pen. Natsuki and Yuri give each other a quick glance and then start writing immediately. Sayori stretches and then does the same. But Monica is left tapping her pen against the paper, unsure where to start.
Just move your hand.
Monica mouths to herself.
Right the way into your heart.
Her mind full of thoughts, memories, and inspiration. Monica navigates her past mental barriers and begins to write. It doesn't matter what, just something new. It's playing music. But now we're just going through a montage. Oh, Doki Doki Literature Club Plus! It's credits! I forgot that y'all can't hear the music. It doesn't bop that much. I just like it. Yeah, I finally finished all the side stories. Yeah, these credits are cool. I wish I could hear the audio. I would have to unplug my headphones, and I don't feel like doing that. I mean, it's not like crazy or anything. Thank you, dear player, for enjoying our story of friendship and something. What is it? In lineage. Is that in lineage? Monica's gone. Aw, this is a cute group photo. That's so cute. And I have new music and new picture, which is probably them doing that group photo. Group photo. Oh, they have two. Now everyone make a funny face. Not the mustache is crazy. Monica, what the heck? That was so cute. Now, I'm still missing stuff, so I don't know how to get it. Like, I'm mail. I made some new headway in VM2. Don't get too excited. It's still impossible to establish any kind of stable connection, but it occurred to me that I could at least run a memory dump through some pattern analysis routines to see if we can decipher any digital data from the VM. I didn't want to hog all the server time on a hunch, but I have primarily results, preliminary, I think, that indicate the presence of a binary computer systems. Based on this, I'm going to schedule 3 days of server time next week to isolate any chunks of memory that appear to be a binary data. If successful, we'll definitely be able to find some encoded text and get our first tiny glimpse of VM2. Don't mind me though, just going nuts on the VM1 and hopefully I'll have more to share soon. I have no clue what any of these emails are supposed to mean. And they're all like out of order. Like I'm getting them but backwards. Like they're supposed to be I don't know. So what do I do now? I guess that's the end of DDLC Plus, guys. I really hope y'all enjoyed watching me play this for 8 parts for like multiple hours. Like more than 10 hours on this game. So that was long, and I'm still gonna have to come back to it. Maybe not on a stream, maybe just like on my own time. To get the rest of the achievements, so I can get every single picture like this, whatever that is. Maybe this, and all this. Don't know how I'm gonna get any of that, but eventually, I will. Well, I think. Okay, so that's it. I've been streaming for 2 hours and like 20 minutes, which I didn't think side stories was gonna take 2 hours. Well, it's pretty surprising, but I'm gonna end it here, and that's the end of DDLC plus. So I hope y'all enjoyed watching me play through that long game, very long, including the hours that like I didn't stream on it by doing like other stuff. But yeah, I really hope you enjoy that, and I will have to come back to it. Maybe not on stream, like I said, maybe not on stream to get the rest of the achievements. Maybe I might go on stream and do it, but I really doubt it because it's probably not going to be as long as a stream, and then it would be kind of pointless to stream it. I mean, I could record it. I could record a video about getting the rest of them, but like, I don't know. Just let me know. Like, if y'all want to see me like make a video of getting the rest of the achievements, like the stuff that I haven't got yet on there, just let me know. Then I will. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here. Thanks